Paddy. Yeah.
You make it rain.
Yeah. I grew up in the streets, all the things that I've seen be playing on my mind every time I try to sleep. And I finally get to sleep, I relive it in my dreams. When I finally get to sleep, I relive it in my dreams. I remember as a youngin' getting bashed up by the jacks. I remember my first 100 like I thought I cocked the trap. I remember my first running, Sergeant Manny bashed us lads. Or the first time ever fucking a bitch, it almost got me stabbed. I remember putting it up to his roots and screaming, now please pat. And my first time in a hottie, we were running from the jacks. Or the first time holding a shotty, or the first time been shot at. I've been bashed up, I've been tortured, I've been in your house, I was rotten. There's so many different stories, even some that I forgot, and there's some that I can't even talk about. Believe in what you want. I remember being a youngin' with a keg and selling pots, but the pots were really Aussies in a trap house weighing rocks. I remember me and daggers back to back and punching on. Or me and Kurtz were homeless, sharing polos and our socks, making people pay us rent if they weren't moving for the bros. And if they didn't pay us rent, then we'll step in for their clothes. Take their cash, take their phones, take their shoes or their smokes. If you weren't one of the bros or a bro of one of my bros, you were fucking on your own. I remember me and bro had that car that did a float, had that car that did a float. Grew up in the streets, all the things that I've seen be playing on my mind every time I try to sleep. And when I finally get to sleep, I relive it in my dreams. And when I finally get to sleep, I relive it in my dreams. And I hate it, let me be. I remember trapping pace, I remember moving knockers, I remember flipping keys. I remember when I struggled or when I was living like a G, turning one bag into three, running laps in case police pull me up, I have to leave. Do the dash and flee to sea. You can never catch a yassie, cool that catches the footprint, but it doesn't really matter cause I burn them when I ditch. I remember taking risks, digging dirt and running trips. I told bro that I got him, you don't need to watch your back. Me and bro when I flogged him, rolled his house, he heard his packs. Me and bro spending profits back when I invested cash. Me and bro no stopping, second in charge as little Pat. I grew up in the streets, all the things that I've seen be playing on my mind every time I try to sleep. And when I finally get to sleep, relive it in my dreams. And when I finally get to sleep, relive it in my dreams. I grew up in the streets, all the things that I've seen be playing on my mind every time I try to sleep. And when I finally get to sleep, relive it in my dreams. And when I finally